everybody in the World Wide Web. Welcome to my podcast. Music, movies, comedy, and eating ass and comic books. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to my podcast. Okay, you get the idea. You get it. You get it. There I am, looking at myself, seeing if it's all working. It's going. All right, I'm going to mute that. I'm going to look at these titties. I got titties. On my screen, that's my desktop. It's just a couple of titties. No, it's a Gustav Klimt painting, but there are titties. I mean, he was painting this lady's titties. Anyway. It's a couple days late on this podcast. Coming up. Usually comes out Wednesday. It's supposed to come out Wednesday. It came out this Friday. I run a little late. I don't know what to tell you. I run a little late. I was just thinking about that, you know. I've been running a little late recently. And I hope to get on a schedule or catch up, but also it's better to run late than to not run and not get the thing done, you know. Like I'm starting my album and I wanted to record it I've had it pretty much written at the end of 2018, so I guess just a little over a year I've wanted to do it. It's kind of a long time. Ayn Rand, it's like that thing Tim Ferriss says. I've never read Ayn Rand, but it's like this thing she says, like, if you're a writer, you'll look at everything to do to avoid writing. You'd be like, oh, I have to clean my shoes. And I don't think that's ever really been true for me before. I understand that, but to the extent that it is now, but I think now I just got to get into it. I just got to do it, you know. I just got to say, hey, world, goodbye for a little bit as I shut myself into a basement or wherever you make art, but I'm going to shut myself into this place and then do nothing but think about this. Like right now I just thought about, when I make my albums, one thing I like to do is walk around and listen to them. But my headphone jack on my phone is broken, so I can't listen to my regular headphones, so I should go buy Bluetooth headphones. Hey, you know what? Maybe I should wait to start recording my album until I get those headphones when I get paid next week so that I can do my album. Like, that's the kind of stupid shit I will think of. And it's just the most important album I've ever made. I mean, I've written it. I have like an acoustic version of the album done, we're like mostly done, I should say. I don't have all the lyrics done on it, but that's how it goes. When the lyrics are right, they'll be right. And the only advice I would give to someone else is the same advice I would give to myself. The same advice I tried to give someone the other day is like, you just have to do it. And there's no other way around it. No one's going to make your, I'm in a band called the John Whites. No one's going to make the album but me. Look, speaking of a little late, I said I was going to wash my wall. And look, if you look at the last video, you'll see how disgusting my wall is. And if I didn't make this podcast, if I didn't put this table right here, and I watched this other one too, this little one over here, this one over here, I watched over there too, dude. It was really gross because my fingers get all ashy from the legal tobacco I smoke. And I think I've just put so much pressure on myself with this album, in that like I'm like, oh, when this album's done, you gotta stop smoking pot, take a break, you gotta get your fucking life together. No one knows who you fucking are. You're a fucking failure so far commercially. How could you just sit around and smoke weed all day when you should be out there getting your music out there and making that fucking goddamn motherfucking American green? And so I think I just have like this pressure on myself of like being like, I'm gonna make this album, and then after this album I'm gonna completely change who I am eternally forever and become this person I'm not. And it's not gonna happen. Hopefully I hope being commercially successful and all that stuff. I mean, that's gonna happen. Yes, it's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen, motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why I called you motherfucker. You're my fan. I love you. You're awesome. Or you hate me. I don't know. One of the two. Or you don't. Or you're indifferent. But either way, it's like 7 minutes into this thing. So, um, but what the fuck was I talking about? I get really sidetracked. See, and that's why my band's not famous, because I get all stoned and shit. But I just feel like I have all these things about like I'm gonna do this and that and this and the other, and finally I'll be like become a fucking guru tycoon and wear a suit and glasses and fucking make a lot of money and take advantage of the poor. Oh, all these things. I'm kidding about that part, but I'm just saying, like, I want to make, I have these anyway. It's an important album, and I need to just make the album and not think about stuff, because all that stuff doesn't have anything to do with the album. The only thing that has to do with the album is the time that you spend working on and thinking about the album. And I've thought about the album a lot, and I like the album a lot. I just have to make it. I know what it sounds like, essentially. I just have to make it. I've made 9 albums before. I think the last album I made was a triple album. And in the middle of that, my band and we made an album. And so that was like a lot. So I think I'm kind of like, oh my God, am I going to fucking go insane? It's almost 7. This is caffeinated tea. I should probably stop drinking it. But hey, you know what? I run a little late. Today, I normally do a morning ritual, the Tim Ferriss morning ritual, Tim Ferriss. A guy many a man loves these days. Anyway, I do his morning ritual. You wake up, you meditate, you make your bed, you meditate, you drink tea, you journal, and then you hang. I haven't hung yet, like you hang from a bar. I haven't done that yet, but I did the other ones. But today I did it late in the day. I just woke up, and I think like the worst thing you can do when you wake up is just look at your phone. Because the phone's a whirlwind, I hate how emotionally sensitive I can be to like fucking the phone or whatever. Like this person wrote me the other day. It was the morning, and they were just like, "Ugh, I couldn't sleep last night. I'm gonna have a rough day." And that's how I read it. They could have said it like, "Ugh, I couldn't sleep last night. Today's gonna be a long day," or whatever it was. But I was like, is today gonna be a long ass day, dude? I don't know what I'm talking about, but I meant like it was just like an energy, I guess, to wake up to. And I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? I just wish I was just like, I wish I could just look at the phone and not be like, what the fuck? But then you look at whatever, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the fuck, there's going to be something where you're like, oh man, that motherfucker. And I got to learn, I got to just love all the people I hate. You know what I mean? Like, so I got to learn how to do, I suppose. Um, you know, but do I have to love the art that I hate? I don't know what the fuck. What am I even talking about right now? I'm just thinking about like the idea that people, what you think about people, is like what you obsess about is like stuff that you don't like about yourself or whatever. And I think that's probably true in some ways. And I also think like, fuck, dude. Then that mean I just. Oh, what else is going on in the world? I burped. I've been running and stuff, doing yoga, and it's been just over a week on Tuesday, I guess. So maybe about 1.5 weeks. I guess that's how time works. And I'm not gonna see anything or feel that different for at least a couple more weeks, because that's how shit works. I think, right? Like SSRIs take like 3 weeks. The pings, the piggity pang endorphin, whatever, fucking are working out. And I don't know. I had an interesting weekend last weekend. I cleaned more than I've ever cleaned in my life. I cleaned so much. I did more hours of cleaning in those 2 days than I've ever done. And I've also was like cleaning up old hard drives and moving stuff around. And I don't know. I mean, I may or may not have eaten a magical fruit the day before all that, but I just went with it. And then like 4 days later, I was just kind of like, ay caramba, I don't know. I woke up to that text, and I don't think it was that text about the long day, but I don't know. It was just interesting. It was like I was on this fucking momentum. I'm still fucking on. I'm just moving. I put up some songs. The John White's .bandcamp. The John White's singles .bandcamp.com. That is a site that exists, and it has all our singles, and then we have our regular thejohnwhites.bandcamp.com. And that is has our albums on it. But this has just the singles, because the singles would take, there's too many that you wouldn't know which is an album, which is a single, who wants to muck around. So I have the singles all in one place, and they're up. And they've been done for about 1.5 years. And the idea was I wanted to put album covers inside of album covers. And so it just took a long time to get. I had to like find this company that would print out just one record, and then they printed it out like 2 times, where it was like, whatever, fuck it, god damn it, motherfuck. It took forever. They're finally out. I have 3 more singles and an album coming out this year, and an old collection of my old songs, and that's exciting. I've been watching a lot of movies recently. Real thankful for that. I worked at a movie theater for like 4 or 5 years, and it just made me not like movies that much. I don't know why, but I was just around I don't know why. I should have just watched movies. I think if I lived there, I could have done it. You know what I mean? But I still want to go like home and take a shower and then go back. And I should have. I should have done it. Because I'm watching all these movies now. And movies are good. I don't know if you would know about that, but they're like one of the best things anyone's ever invented. Just an hour and a half to 3.5 hour long movie. Well, Pam, let's go for a ride. Let's have a crazy time. Let's fucking. It's just fun, you know. I watched a lot of TV. I've been doing a lot of zoning out. Not so much the last year, thank the gods. And thank you gods very much. I'm glad to be fucking. I feel like my brain, like there's like some crust and it's getting like knocked off and like slowly like the water and shit is washing this crud off of my brain. And then it's like turning into boogers or whatever and then coming out. But I feel like, I don't know, dude. I'm feeling very hopeful, which is dope. I mean, I don't know who said this, but they said like the key to life is to have a future to look forward to, or like one of the keys to life is to have a future to look forward to. And I think that makes sense, you know, right? I mean, of course, because the future's out there. The future's incoming. And so to have a future you're excited about, and I even saw like a Elon Musk quote, an Elon Musk quote that was like, you gotta wake up, you gotta love the days. Because if you're not thinking every day's gonna be better, if you don't think the future's gonna be better, then it's all a balls. He didn't say that. He said something awesome. But all the balls is fine too. You know what I mean about it. So I'm excited about the future because I think like getting the cave paint collection done, and I'm printing out a poster. If you could believe that. I'm printing out a bookmark. If you can believe that. I'm printing out a pen so you can write. And so I can write with my name on a pen and be like, oh, look at me writing a song with a pen that has my name on it, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? I'm fucking ripped. Okay. But the biggest thing of all for me, and look, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is a good idea, if this is a bad idea. I don't know. What I'm going to do is print out all of my albums, all 9 of my albums. And they're going to be, hold on 1 second, okay? Doop, doop, doopy, doop, 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 doopy, doop, 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 doopy, doop, doop, doopy, 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 doop, 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 doopy, doop, 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 doopy, doop, doop. That's the best. That's the most, that whole music was the most honest part of this podcast since I don't need these headphones. I'm just used to wearing headphones. I'm a goofy fucking guy, dude. Girls love a goofy guy. It makes them super wet. I'm gonna. This is a Neil Young album, but I'm gonna print out my albums, just like this Neil Young album. And look, I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. You can get little stickers that you can put on a little sticker here, doop, and then that sticker. You can put a CD, and in that CD, I could do the other CDs later, is what I'm saying. But essentially, I'm gonna be putting all my albums like this, with a front back because I just have them sitting on my hard drive. In the same way I have my old like B-side albums that I never released. I'm gonna get those mastered. I'm gonna release all those out. Volume 1 of Fade into Oblivion is coming out this year. Volume 1 of Calls of the Cosmos is coming out this year. And those are the next two phases of the John Whites. But the Cave Paint phase, which is done, has only twice had a printing of their album covers, and they were both in jewel cases, which I hate. And I'm doing like some weird Vanna White shit. I don't know why I'm like showing you this. Look, this is what a digipack is. This is what I'm gonna do. I have artwork for all my albums. I've never printed them. I've never really put them online. They're just sitting there, and I got them done. It took so long. It took a lot of money, and I just need to fucking print them and make them. And there's no reason. And all the spines are going to equal out to be a different image in and of itself. So if you want to buy all 9 albums, you'll get another picture of me. And I just want to put it right there. I'm going to put it right next to the Lord of the Rings, dude. Oh, yeah. I'm so fucking excited. The future. It's like taking a shit, dude. I'm so glad to be getting this stuff done. And I think like getting the Cave Paint collection out and done was like taking a giant shit. And that finally came out like 2 months ago. And now these singles are pretty much done. I'm not going to really promote them for a little bit because I want to obviously keep promoting my best stuff, the Cave Paint collection. Greatest hits for I didn't have any hits, but they are hits. I mean, it's 33 songs of hits. Cave Paint collection, check it out. But I just think that's a weird thing. It's a collection of songs from that time. But I don't think all my best songs are on it. So it's not a best of or a greatest. It's just a collection of songs, 3 songs from all 9 albums. And anyway, it's like taking a shit. And that just cleared the way to take my next shit, which will clear the way to take my next shit. But if I don't take my shit, there's no other shit to be shit. And I'm just excited, man. I've had these notes, like get these albums fucking printed out forever. Years. I don't think I had all that. I don't think I had all the artwork and everything ready till recently. But I could have done whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting it done, and it's exciting. I think we're supposed to get stuff done as people. I think that's what we're supposed to do is just get stuff done. For me, that's like what I want to do. I want to be a super prolific, accomplished artist. And that's not bad, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's good. It's a good thing for me. That's just what I want to do. I also want to make lots of shit ton of money with that too, and make a shit ton of fans, and also encourage the fans I make to make stuff as well, because people should just make stuff, because people should make stuff if that's what you should do if you're creative. If you're not, then whatever. But whatever you should be doing, you should be doing. Like if you're a fucking accountant. I know a lady loves accounting. She's like, I can see numbers everywhere, man. I'm all right, dude. She's like, I'm like, okay, that's not me, man. But that's you, and that's dope, or whatever. And I think we all got these like internal gears that work when you're doing like the right things, like, you know, and you get this momentum, and your engine's just fucking running, and it's fucking dope, and it's just like the greatest feeling, you know. And you know, it also is like the lawnmower can't always be running. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta wait for the grass to grow And sometimes the lawnmower is like, it was like winter or something. The lawnmower is like a little hard to start or whatever. But you gotta shit and then mow that shit over, and then the shit's gonna go everywhere. You know what I'm saying though, right? Like I got these coming out, then I got my 10th album coming out. Then I'm gonna release the stuff I did when I was 17 to 19. That's goofy and crazy as shit, and that's coming out. And that'll be like behind a paywall. It'll be like the first thing I ever just like put on like a either like I don't know if I'm gonna do a Patreon or just like have it on the website or whatever. But it'll be like $5 for 55 songs. I don't know if you could call them songs, but I think it's gonna be wild. And then there's just tons of stuff. So I'm pretty excited. So let's write a new song right now. It's called Balls in My Mouth. I don't know why. I didn't tune my guitar. Balls in my mouth. My girlfriend is a whore. Balls in my mouth. I got balls. I got balls in my mouth. I don't even know what I'm doing. That's a horrible song. All right. Let's write a new song called I'm Gonna Fuck the World Up. I'm gonna I'm gonna fuck the world up. I'm gonna fuck the world up. It's been like 55 years since you seen a motherfucker like me. I'm like transcendental meditating, and I'm singing your songs like a Beatle. Oh yeah, I'm like the motherfucking fifth Beatle from motherfucking down the road. Like yo, I'm a Beatle, and I got so many places to go. I'm a Beatle, 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 I'm a Beatle. I think the fact that I couldn't find that chord. um, yeah, like I said, sometimes you don't need to mow the lawn right now. Um, I gotta go. I'm gonna eat some Indian food, or am I? It's time to say good night, my friend. You seem so sad, but maybe tomorrow you won't feel like shit. Or maybe tomorrow you realize this. Oh, maybe tomorrow, maybe you. Oh, maybe tomorrow you love me straight. I run a little bit late. What can I say? I run a little bit late. Oh, what can I say? I run a little bit late. Oh, what can I say? I run a little bit late. Oh, what can I say? Everybody likes to sing around, fart around on the house. Everybody wants you on your own. P.I.M. to you out. How come the older I get, more I feel I don't know anything about shit? How come the older I get? dun, 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 dun. Down, 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 down. Got my own thing going on. But if you like to come along, I like to hold your hand. I like to be your. I like to hold your hand. I like to be your Afghanistan. I like to hold your hand. I like to hold your way. I like to come in by the angels if you wanted you to stay. I like to see you by the bay. I like to come around the sea, my woman in my way. I watch you underneath the love I say, and all you had is all you had. Sometimes I don't wanna go outside. I like movies more. But then I go outside and I'm like, look, glorious outside. Look at these trees. Look at these skies. Look at these houses. I can't believe I'm not outside more. I'm outside all the time. This song is taking a turn, but I think there was something there for a minute. Something there for a minute between us. Am I crazy? I guess maybe I am. I thought there's something there for a minute. Something there for a minute between us. When I raised your boob, you seemed to like it, and I didn't even mean to touch your boob. I'm sorry, but you still seem to like it. Is that rude? I'm sorry, and I want to touch your boob again. But this time I want it to not accidentally happen. I wanna touch your boob. I wanna touch your boob. Not your left boob, just your right boob. I don't know why that's my thing. But left boobs, I'm afraid. No touching for you, but the right boob. I gotta say, I'll be sleeping using you as a pillow. I'll be sleeping on you. Do 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 fellow. Do 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 be do do.